Welcome to YouTube Hero. Today we're talking about Noelle Randall. How did Noelle Randall grow her YouTube channel so big in such a short amount of time? And even more important than that, how did she grow her channel to be generating $6 million per year? I'm Nate Woodbury. I'm actually the guy behind the scenes. I'm the producer for the YouTube channel, so I'm going to take you with me, take you behind the scenes, and show you exactly what we did. So you probably noticed Noelle and I are partners on YouTube Hero. That's why she's given me permission to take you behind the scenes and show you how we grew this channel, the Noelle Randall channel, to almost 700,000 subscribers. Now, is that the biggest channel out there? Of course, it's not a channel like Mr. Beast. We haven't even hit 1 million subscribers yet. Most channels, in order for them to generate real revenue, you've got to have many millions of subscribers. And yet here, just under 700,000 subscribers in the last year, it really has brought in $6 million of revenue. So I'm going to talk about everything from the basics, like how we chose the topics for the channel, how we grew it so fast, and how we make money on the channel that is different from other channels that have way more subscribers. Okay, so take a look at our analytics page. This is January of 2020. Through May of 2020. So really just a 4-month period. What happened here? Okay. Prior to this time, Noelle was building the channel on her own, and she had grown the channel to about 6,000 subscribers, but it didn't generate any leads. It didn't generate any ad revenue. It wasn't really doing much. She'd put a lot of valuable content out there, but then we met and she learned about my leaf strategy. So let me explain what the leaf strategy is, and then we'll jump back into Noelle's story. So picture a tree. Okay, a tree has a broad trunk that goes out to branches, that goes out to leaves. The trunk of this tree represents your core area of expertise. The branches represent all the different categories, and the leaves represent the very, very specific questions. Okay, so in Noelle's case, the trunk was Airbnb real estate or vacation rental real estate. The branches were all the different categories we could break that into, but the leaves represented the very, very specific questions that Noelle could answer or that her audience was asking. So she and I did keyword research, and we found all the questions that her target audience was asking about this Airbnb real estate. We found questions like how to invest in an Airbnb property with no money, or how to find customers for a vacation rental. Now, Noelle is brilliant, and we covered a lot of miscellaneous topics as well. One of them that we covered was how to get business credit with poor personal credit. And you'll understand why I shared that one in a moment. I researched hundreds and hundreds of questions like this that had a consistent search volume every month. And every one of these questions had at least 8 words in it. That is important. And on January 21st of 2020, we began launching 5 episodes every single week. Now, to do that, we would film every 4 weeks, right? We would film 20 episodes in a day. And at first, Noelle was flying out to Utah every 4 weeks because I had my studio house here in Utah. We have one in Orlando now too. But anyway, Noelle would fly out to Utah. We'd film 20 episodes, launch 5 episodes a week, and then 4 weeks later, she would fly back to Utah again, film 20 more episodes. Now, you'll notice that the first 4 months, there's not this huge spike of growth. Yeah, the first 4 months of this strategy going that aggressive, basically launching a daily episode, and it looks pretty boring. But what was happening behind the scenes is Noelle started to generate leads. We didn't have millions of views at this point. In fact, we only had hundreds of views, but that's enough views to generate leads for your channel. So let me explain how that part works. All right, so if you click on this episode right here, this episode comes up. Now you can go watch that later, but if you scroll down to the description, she's got a lot of links here, okay? At the end of the video, she gives a call to action. A lot of times she says, hey, if you found value in this video, I have a free gift for you. Do you want this book for free that will teach you my entire strategy? Well, take a look at this. She's got noellsbookoffer.com. When you click on that, it brings up what we call a landing page. Okay, she's got a video here where she talks about you can actually get 4 books and you don't have to pay for them. You just have to pay for the shipping, right? So we call this a free plus shipping offer. Now in this case, she's offering 4 different books, basically her entire archive of knowledge in her brain, she's giving away as long as people pay the shipping cost. Okay, So what we're looking at on the screen here is actually like a 6.5 month period if you go past the red arrows. So during this entire 6.5 month period, she was launching 5 episodes a week, following my leaf strategy, and at the end of each video was giving away a free gift, like a book or something that people would just pay the shipping for. After that 4-month mark, you'll notice that there's kind of a pivot, right? Her channel then started to grow, and we started bringing in more and more search traffic. Search traffic is amazing. Lead generation was increasing. Now, when these leads came in, she would nurture them. She'd continue to message them in email, just giving them more and more value, not pushy sells or anything like that, but just teaching them more and more about Airbnb real estate. Every once in a while, she would invite them to a strategy session. Like, hey, if you want to have a one-on-one conversation, just go ahead and use this link. Now, by 6.5 months in, her schedule was booked. She was booked out for 2.5 months. Many days she was doing as many as 10 strategy sessions a day. So as you move further and further right on this diagram here, we started having 2,000 views a day, then 3, then 4, then as high as 5,000 views on the channel every single day. Now if I fast forward one more month, that circle right there, that's when we had 5,000 views in a day. Just a week later, the channel really took off. That video that I told you about how to get business credit with poor personal credit, that video had a massive spike of suggested traffic. There's 3 main types of traffic: suggested, browse, and search. And then there's other miscellaneous types like external from email or from Facebook traffic that comes to YouTube. So this solid foundation we built at first that built us up to 5,000 views per day was from search traffic. And then we had a spike of suggested traffic that bumped us up to 20,000 views every day. Now, if you've been looking at the other parts of the screen, you might see that number $25,000. That is ad revenue. That's ad revenue in this entire period. So this channel did start to generate ad revenue, but $25,000 over this entire time frame is actually very small compared to the amount of revenue that Noelle was generating in her business because she was generating so many leads. So here's another view. This is a full year, January 21st to January 21st of 21. You can see between the arrows is that first 4 months. Then the channel continued to gradually grow, and then we had some spikes. You can also see the ad revenue. Over the course of that year, that was $138,000. So that is a significant amount of money, but that's in an entire year. And she was making more than that every single month in her business now because of the leads she was generating for her business. Now take a look at this. And again, this is just ad revenue. This is in March of 21. This is our record month for ad revenue, $61,000 in just that month alone. But guess how much she made in her business that month? My estimate is about $2 million. So how can you do this for your business? Instead of just making amazing content, right, and sharing your amazing expertise in the best way that you can think of, do keyword research first. Do what I did with Noelle and do keyword research and find the really long specific questions, those leaf titles. Remember my tree analogy, this leaf title? You've got to do that research first so you know what questions your audience is consistently asking every month. And then start recording about 10 to 12 minute answers to those questions, right? So you're not making Mr. Beast type content, you're making a little bit more boring content, but that's really valuable because you're answering people's questions. Every one of these episodes will now have a built-in audience. Now, I suggest one of 2 ways that you could do this. You could start gradually. You can start posting 1 episode per week. Just stay consistent with that. And whether you want to start now or in the future after you've built some momentum and you want to go aggressive, then go to 5 episodes per week, like I showed you that we did with Noelle's channel. But even at that aggressive of a pace, I mean a daily YouTube channel, understand that the first several months are going to be pretty slow. They're going to be gradual. You're going to start to generate leads. You're going to start to pick up momentum. Get into months 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. That's when things are really going to accelerate. Commit to doing this strategy for a year. That's 260 episodes in a single year. If you follow this strategy correctly, that means every episode, all 260 of these episodes, have a built-in audience of people that are searching for your expertise. And with all these leads to your expertise-based business, you're going to be generating revenue in your business. Now, you're probably wondering if I have this entire strategy that I could give to you for free in my book. And so I do. You can go to Nate's YouTube book. Now, Let me just warn you, I put 2 years of work into this book. I really wanted to paint the best picture possible so that you could follow the identical strategy. So I not only cover Noelle Randall, but I produce over 50 different YouTube channels, and I take you behind the scenes on many of them. Now, I printed this book in color. I took screenshots so you could actually see and understand what I'm showing you on YouTube. And if you really study and read this book, you will understand how to leverage YouTube to generate leads in your business and really grow your business revenue like we have. That's my gift to you. You just cover the printing and shipping. Go to natesyoutubebook.com.